Thanks for tuning in. I've had many people ask me to really clarify, is Luciferianism a religion or an ideology? And how do you utilize the pantheons, which are quote-unquote included in Luciferianism? Well, first, Luciferianism begins as an ideology. The way that someone who's not Luciferian approaches magic is often from the modern ceremonial magic or grimoire tradition point of view. That means it's governed by the foundation of Yahweh or Jehovah Adonai as the pantheon head, as a collective. And when you invoke demons or evoke demons, they're subject to the holy laws of the Solomonic tradition. When I started in Luciferianism, the goal was to break from that in a spiritual rebellion sense, to say I don't need the Judeo-Christian pantheon in any way, and evoking something and using the words of the Judeo-Christian God to control them was not only insulting to those archetypes or spirits, but also insulting to the individual or myself performing the ritual. My structure of ritual, as it started, took a sharp and powerful turn for me, in that it redefined the way I look at the spiritual and corporeal or material world and how I interacted with it. To do that, I tapped into and studied and practiced and adapted ancient pre-Christian ritual texts, records, temple cult, hymns, invocations, and restructured it in a way in which I attained results and could still work with demonic spirits or what have you, even if they evolved through the grimoire tradition. So you could have the best of both worlds, as it is, from the ancient pre-Christian to the demonic symbolism of our modern world from the medieval period on. Luciferianism as an ideology was centering that I am the only God which is, and the goals which I have, the deific mass gods, demon spirits, must manifest through that. Very important part. So the Luciferian beliefs and laws as an ideology inspire the individual towards becoming a living, self-directed, self-deified individual who seeks the conversation and knowledge of the daemon or higher aspect of self, your guiding instinctual center. So as it was an ideology, as I attained results and experience and insight, using both a spiritual, what people call theistic, except I'm not theistic, a theistic approach in the ritual chamber brought me further results which I backed and directed via logic and reason, and the understanding of words and root words, and how words of power are literal things that you can control energy and experience a whole different spirituality. Luciferianism became a religion to me by the validation of my self-directed experience. So it's a faith based on accomplishment and not blind faith. It's believing in the self and also the experiences that you had that brought you results and allowed you to evolve and grow stronger, wiser, and powerful within your own context of being and whatever you define that as. The pantheons of Luciferianism can be tapped into for not only inner spiritual development, accelerating and accentuating specific energies and powers based on your mind and what you identify with those symbols as, and build a personal spirituality which you direct that energy. So evoking, for instance, the god Baal-zebub, the Lord of the Heaven, the Lord of the Heavens, as a spiritual divination, deific mask or deity, then I'm opening doors into spiritual knowledge. And what is spiritual knowledge? Understanding my instinct. If I read tarot cards, knowing that my true will is manifesting and those decisions become clear. And also opening doors towards a higher spiritual understanding in terms of experience, in terms of the dream. And knowing that you can shape energy accordingly. And then Beelzebub as the Lord of Demons, using the medieval and Neoplatonic and early Christian symbolism of demons being powers of air and the astral plane, using the demonic or the animalistic symbolism as symbolism of our unconscious and subconscious mind, tapping into both of those, which can be done simultaneously, opens your initiation with the authentic powers in which those names and deific mask exist. So Luciferianism is about refining consciousness and building a personal spirituality which is not based on faith, so you have no reason to validate it to somebody else by telling them Lucifer exists, Beelzebub exists. You know your reality based on results. Luciferianism throughout this challenges and at oftentimes is difficult because you will push yourself and experience new bounds and gain insight from that. So Luciferianism is a ideology and religion from experience and personal accomplishment well beyond any modern I believe in God, because you are not only the self-directed God that is. Your life you're accountable for. Your life on earth. So honor it and learn from it. That is the essence of working in Luciferian magic as an ideology and a personal path of spiritual power.